Welcome to the Driveway Garden. I am today talking about one of my favorite crops to harvest, my Shishito peppers and my Padron peppers. We'll go ahead and harvest some other peppers while we're harvesting peppers, but mostly this is about Shishitos and Padrons. And when we are done here in the garden, we'll head up to the kitchen and I'll show you kind of how I like to fry them up in the pan. All right, well, these are the Shishitos, and I talked a lot about them and you've seen me harvest them many times before, so bear with me if you're a regular, and if not, this is a great pepper to enjoy. It was my earliest thing to fruit, essentially. It fruited before any other hot weather crops. It fruited before the tomatoes, and so just produces all summer long. It's just great. Shishitos, if you don't know, are not, they can be spicy. They're kind of mild until they're not. So it's like you have a mild, and then you'll have one that's kind of spicy. So they're kind of the surprise. It's like playing a game. If you're up for the occasional spice hitting your mouth, it's playing a game of, is this one gonna blow my taste buds or not, kind of thing, which seems like an odd thing to enjoy doing, but once in a while I kind of enjoy it, and I don't think I'm the only one. I think other people do that pretty commonly as well. All right, we're gonna go around the garden and pick peppers from all the different pots and locations that I have them at. I'm gonna throw those in there. Let's come over here and check out the Padrons, which are the Spanish equivalent to the Shishitos, in my opinion anyway. So I've got the bees flying around here because of the lavender. But yeah, these Padron peppers, similar story to the Shishitos. You find these sometimes on the tapas menus. These cook them the same way. In fact, I'll actually just fry them up together with the Shishitos, and they will have a very similar effect. They mostly will be mild until they're just not, and occasionally you hit the one that gives you that spicy surprise. There we go. All right. I'm gonna have me a snack. It's about breakfast time. Kind of sweet. I don't think it's a Jimmy Nardello. It is a little bit spicy, but I don't think that is a Padron. So in my garden, if it's not a Padron and it's like this, I mean, that's not a jalapeno that size or that shape. So if it's not a Padron, it's not Jimmy Nardello, then this must be an Anaheim. That, you know, I usually catch these before they go red, but this red one's pretty good. The luxury of waiting until these are perfectly red. Harvest them early. pepper. Not a pepper, but you never leave a zucchini behind. There's a squirrel up there that was freaking me out. Hearing this weird sound. I was like, what is that sound? But it's a squirrel. There's always these squirrels up in the trees. Okay. Whoa, look at these. That's it. I think I've done all the peppers. Believe it or not. That was a lot of peppers. So you don't necessarily have to take the seeds out of the peppers. I just like to. And I'm not doing it perfectly. I'm just taking some out. And I won't process all of these. I'll just process enough to kind of fill the pan, or until my pan's full. I don't want to overfill the pan, or I won't get them fried well. All right, well, I threw some garlic in here. I already had some oil there. I'm gonna throw some more oil in there. I'm just using an olive oil, but certainly you can use different kinds of oil, whatever suits you there. And let the pan heat up, and then the goal is to blister them and then put them on the plate. I'm gonna throw a little bit of salt in now, but I want to finish with salt as well, so I don't want to do too much salt at the front end, but a little seasoning on the head doesn't necessarily hurt anything. And you really want this on high heat because what you're doing is blistering, right? So that's what I would call blistering right there, right? So that's done. Kind of want to sit somewhere between, you want to blister without getting away into a complete char kind of situation. At least that's how I like it. There's not necessarily always rules. There does not have to be rules for these kind of things. I think that's good in terms of, I think these are blistered. So I'm going to turn off my heat here. I'm going to scoop these up onto the plate. Now some additional add-ons you might do, I'm gonna check in the fridge to see if I have it. You might throw a little bit of lemon juice on there. You might throw some Parmesan cheese on the top. I'm not gonna do the Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna keep it simple with some lemon juice and some salt. A finishing touch of salt, I'll say. me see if I have lemon juice that I might throw in there. I do happen to have a little bit of lemon here. Well, more than a little, a whole lemon, but I don't need a whole lemon. I don't need a whole lemon for this, just a little squeeze is all I'm looking for. There we go, that's good. And now I'm gonna throw the salt flakes on top. And bam. Isn't that what Emerald says? I shouldn't copy that. There we go. Those are Padrons and Shishitos. Mostly Padrons in this round, but the next round I will have more Shishitos. Well, if you try that, I hope you enjoy it.